Hello, YouTube. Welcome to my channel, Marriage, Politics, and Sports. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about age gap relationships and, what's been in the news lately. We know about Drea Michelle uh, and Jaylen Green. And in the past, a year ago or so, we had Marcus Houston marrying a young woman, Maya, and her last name is Houston now. And what I want to do is kind of compare, contrast, talk about perception, reality, what's the truth. And, so before we get started, please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And, join the conversation. Listen, I'm going to do a full panel discussion on this, hopefully on the Black Man Unfiltered Network on Monday at 7 o'clock Eastern. You're all invited to come hang out. I think it's a lively discussion because people have different perceptions on what it is for an older woman and a young man, or what it is for an older man and a young woman. And we could compare and contrast these two things because they're both fresh in our minds, right? So I want to kind of have an elevated kind of conversation as opposed to who's to blame, who's at fault, who's this, who's that. I mean, there'll be some time for that, but that's not exactly what I want to do, you know? So I'd rather just talk about what's going on, see how it plays out, and see where people's heads at in this kind of situation. Because listen, it's not going to be not the first or last time we're going to get this kind of age gap between men and women. Okay. Uh, so I remember when Marcus Houston, made his bid for Maya, and he got so much internet flack from older women calling him all kinds of names other than the child of God, and it wasn't fair. Okay, because his intentions was to marry her, and that's exactly what he did. And I can get into the details, and I might leave that for Monday on why this was the best thing for her. Okay, just really quickly off the top of my head, women out there in the Black community, probably all communities, they give such horrible advice to young women. They actually tell them to have a hoe phase. And what does so we can get into the anatomy of what a hoe phase really means to the psyche, to the value, to the mindset of a woman after she goes through it. And then there's a significant amount of well-to-do men, especially Black men, who expressly says, marriage-minded men, that they don't want to marry hoes. So when the elder women are telling the young women to be hoes, they're turning them off. They're cutting off they're spiting those women, holding them back from being marriage material for men who want women with a modicum of chastity left. So that's one aspect we could hit. So Marcus married his woman. They got 2 kids. You can see the picture. They look like in love, and I haven't heard one bad word from this young lady who still has a degree. She finished college. She has 2 children, and the one thing she doesn't have as a young woman from 18 to 29 is a hoe phase. It's one thing she doesn't have. If we contrast that against Marcus Houston, not Marcus Houston, but my man, Jaylen Green and Drea Michelle, and her motivations, she has a son his age. We know that the child support was running out on him. If it hasn't run out already, she's got another 8-year-old. I don't know if Skandrick has money left. He's an NFL player. He could be broke by now. Who knows? So she had to secure the bag. Now, let me tell you, I am not here to call Jaylen Green a victim. He's not a victim. He's not a victim. Neither was Maya. She was not a victim. Because in truth, here's the one truth that I do know, that there's no criminal activity here in either case. There's no civil activity in either case. Those are facts. Those are true, right? How these people relate to each other, It's only speculation that we're going to have on these panels. If you have comments, please comment, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Do all those kind of things. And remember, now on Monday at 7 o'clock Eastern, we're going to try to chop this up with some people on the panel with various views, men and women, and we could talk about this, because age gap dating is not nothing new. Age gap marriage is definitely nothing new outside of the West. Matter of fact, what Marcus Houston has done with his pretty wife, it's something that's pretty common in the rest of the world. So, but what Drea has done, maybe not what, but you could tell it's a calculated plan. You could tell that she wanted to secure the bag until her 60s. And what better way to do that than get a young man and tell him, yo, you can, shoot up a club. I don't have no problem. Do that. So, but he willingly came along. And now at 22, he's going to be a dad, but he's not going to stop fooling around with other women. So I can see where this play is going. So we could talk about that. So he's a pretty good player. So he's in line to make a lot of money in the NBA. And the thing about, if you're a good player in the NBA, you give him a good 10, 15 years. So some people say this is a smart play by Drea. Right? Some people could actually say this is a smart play because, my man is not a victim. No matter how you slice it, no matter how we talk about it, I am not going to paint a 21-year-old man as a victim, because this is not the first time he probably shot up the club, right? I don't know how much, coercion she had to do to make him do it with her. We know the imbalance. He knows, he's been around enough people to know that what he's done is commit himself to a woman that maybe he thinks he loves. I got a whole scenario about how I think he might be enamored with her, and I'm gonna save that till Monday. So this is I didn't plan on this being long. I'm just saying, I like the fact that we have two examples of age gap relationship, one a marriage, one we don't even know what it is. We can't say they're boyfriend and girlfriend. One of them is Drea is old enough to be his mother. We already know that. Just like Marcus is old enough to be Amaya's mother, except he married her. They got 2 kids. And if you look at her Instagram, she looks happy as all get out. She looks like all is peachy keen in Houston land, right? And so, I'm looking forward to Monday to talk about this thing. And I invite all of you to come over to Black Man Unfiltered Network. Whether, we're going to probably end up dropping a link. If you want to come up and speak, why don't you come on? We're going to have to go on camera so we can see who you are first. And then if you want to leave some comments, you want to join the commentary, we're more than happy to get as many people over to the Black Man Unfiltered Network as we possibly can. And come with your minds on, come with your ideas, come with your thoughts, and let's entertain them. Anyway, I'm not going to make this long. I think this could be a very interesting discussion. No yelling, no cursing. Hey, your opinion is your opinion. If somebody has a different opinion, you're going to have to accept that. And you don't have to accept the opinion. You don't have to agree. But we could not be disagreeable to the standpoint where we have any issues. Anyway, that's it. Marriage, politics, and sports. Our pain here. Over and out.